I know you all love a good sampling video, and ooh, we got a group of samples here to discuss, and I got some thoughts. Some of these are newer, some of these are older, but nevertheless, I'm gonna tell you how I feel about them. Let's get on into it. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. The Tamarindo here. Yes, I have a group of samples. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 samples. Yes, we have 5 samples to discuss. These are all niche fragrances. All of these were kindly sent over to me from Twisted Lily. You all know we love them for samples, but most importantly, we're here for the thoughts, yay or nay. But as always, lipstick of the day today, everyone. I decided to rock out with MAC Mare lipstick. I'm feeling this pink mauve situation, so definitely check that out. There it is. MAC Mare is your lipstick of the day. Everything I have on my face will be in the description box below, so you don't have to ask questions about it. Next up, we have fragrance of the day, and the fragrance of the day is from the house of Vilhelm Parfumerie, and this is Sparkling Joe, you all. This is a newer release, new finally to the United States because it came out overseas first, but now it's finally available here, and I'm happy about it because I've been sitting on this one. I can finally talk about it. Whew, this one is a gem. This is main notes, y'all. Champagne and pear is what this is, and I am enjoying this scent. Definitely will be in heavy rotation for spring 2024, but yeah, this is a good time in a bottle. And again, fragrance of the day is Vilhelm Parfumerie's Sparkling Joe. You can also pick this one up at Twisted Lily, and they do have samples. And without further ado, let's get into these samples, you all. The first sample that I have, this is from Vilhelm Parfumerie. We're gonna keep it going, and this is the very popular, and this fragrance got hyped a while ago too. This is called Poets of Berlin. I've actually smelled this fragrance before when I went to a Vilhelm Parfumerie counter when I was in New York City, and I liked it, but again, that was the one I went home with. But you know, let's revisit it. You know, hey, sometimes our opinions can change. So with Poets of Berlin, we have top notes of blueberry, lemon, and we have middle notes of vanilla, green, wild orris, and then we have base notes of vanilla, sandalwood, and vetiver. So to be fair, the notes are intriguing to me because there's a blueberry note, and we don't get blueberry often here in perfume world. So that's always interesting. And I do have the scent already pre-sprayed. I also want to note too, while we're here, I have actually worn all of these on skin as well as smelled them on paper. So this is a first impressions that is fully well-rounded. Let me say that now too. But back to Poets of Berlin. So here's the thing. What I get from this scent, y'all, I get smoky, leathery fruit is what I get. That's what, which maybe, I think it's because it's the combination of that vetiver and that blueberry and that lemon in here. That's what I get. So it creates this kind of unisex leaning masculine type of vibe in my opinion because of, again, you got fruity sweetness here, but then you got smoky leather going on here at the base. Very green the more you wear it. This is one that as I continue to wear it on my skin, the blueberry became more pronounced, and so did the lemon, which I was like, okay, cool. However, it's the opening again that smells a little bit more masculine for me that kind of had me like questioning myself, like, I don't know about this one. This is not really giving lady all the way. So it's truly unisex. It's a spring scent for sure. I get why it did blow up because again, we don't get blueberry every day and it's a different take on a fruity scent. However, is it for me? Do I think it's full bottle worthy? My opinion is still the same as it was when I first smelled it. I don't want a full bottle of it. So Poets of Berlin, she cute, she is unique. However, I don't need a bottle of it. So it's a no for me. And that again is from the house of Vilhelm Parfumerie, and this is Poets of Berlin. Next fragrance is from the house of Memo Paris. And you all know I've been loving Memo. So this next one, I remember seeing this one a while back when it came out. And this is Memo Paris's, this is Tamarindo. So this is a summer fragrance because even with the palm trees on the bottle and whatnot, it definitely gives summer and vacation vibes is what it is. So okay, let's get into the notes of Tamarindo. We have notes of pineapple, jasmine absolute, and vanilla absolute. And then we also have bergamot, we have cardamom, then we have patchouli. Now, true story, when I saw pineapple was in here, me and pineapple do not get along. So I was nervous because pineapple tends to pull more masculine to me, at least to my nose and on my body. So I was like, ooh, we might have our first true dud from Memo here. But alas, I still tested it out again on my body as well as on paper. And I'm gonna tell you what I got. So absolutely, y'all, the opening is pineapple. For sure, it's pineapple, but it didn't scare me off this time. I was like, okay. It smelled like more of the actual fruit versus like the masculine cologne-y take of pineapple I normally get from other fragrances. So I liked it. And as it went on, it turned into like a pineapple creamy lotion with a touch of suntan like lotion in it. So absolutely, this is a summer scent. And And then it became more floral too as I continued to wear it as well, y'all. And I even get that as it dries down on this paper some more. So I have to say, it turns into a creamy pineapple scent on my skin, and this made for a very pleasant experience. It smells like summer vacation to me, and I gotta say this, I finally found a pineapple that I'm like, yes to. So do I think Tamarindo is a full bottle worthy fragrance? Absolutely I do, and simply because of the fact this is a pineapple that I actually like. I finally found a pineapple I like that does not smell like a man to me, so yep. This is one, and then with the suntan lotion in it, I do like it because I like a suntan lotion type of scent. I know some people don't, but because of the pineapple note here is more pronounced than the suntan situation in it, I do like this. But absolutely, if you're a fan of those summery type of scents, I think you'll like this one. This one has personality, and as you know with Memo Paris's fragrances, I've said this before in other videos, their fragrances take you on a journey. So how they start out is not how they finish, and this was a fun ride that I did enjoy. So Memo Paris's Tamarindo, I want it. Oh yes, I want this one. This one makes the summer 2024 wish list. Okay, now this next fragrance is probably the most hyped up fragrance that I am sampling in this situation, in this series. This is from the house of Initio, you all, and this is Initio's Musk Therapy. Now I've talked about Musk Therapy briefly before in the past in a previous video, but now I actually have a, you know, official sampler right here. So that changes things. I could really wear it and really give my full thoughts on this scent and determine if this is worth the hype. So with Musk Therapy, we have notes of bergamot, mandarin, white magnolia, we have cassis, white sandalwood, we have white musk and rose musk in the base, which to be fair, the name does have musk in it. So okay, it makes sense there would be a lot of musk in this scent. So let me tell y'all what I got. This is clean. This is fresh. And this is musky. This is a summer staple in a bottle, and I see why it gets a lot of hype. As soon as it starts to get a little bit warmer, thinking May and beyond is what I'm thinking. I see why this is always sold out. Don't let there ever be a sale. It's always one of the first scents to go. It never fails, and I see why. This is pretty, this is clean, but it still has that dash of fruitiness in it thanks to the cassis in here. And that's one of my favorite scent notes. This is absolutely full bottle worthy. It is. This is musk, but it's not so overwhelming. It's done just right. It's just right where it just works. I like it. I like it. This is one I finally was able to sample because again, it's always sold out and you can never get a sample on it. Even the samples sell out. So the fact that I can finally get one, I'm like, okay, let me give this one a real wear so I can really give my full thoughts on. I enjoy this. I do enjoy this. I get it. I like this. So Initio's Musk Therapy. I gotta give credit where credit is due. This is a winner. I want one. Yes, full bottle worthy. Initio's Musk Therapy. Now this next fragrance, people hype this one up too. This is a newer release. I think this is the newest released here actually, now that I think about it. It is, because it came out in, I want to say fall 2023. So yeah, not too far off here. This is from the house of Creed, you all, and this is Creed Carina. Yes, Creed Carina. I briefly have talked about Carina before. I smelled it in passing while in the store back in the fall, and it was like okay to me. So I didn't hate it, but I didn't necessarily love it at the time. But of course, we have a sample, so I could actually wear this, really feel it out, and really tell y'all how I feel about it. So with Creed's Carina, this is Creed's take on the whole cherry trend, is what it is. So it has top notes are black cherry, there's saffron in here, and there's pink pepper, and then we also have some May rose, peony, violet, and cashmere wood, and we also have musk, ambroxan, myrrh, and frankincense. Now reading all this, I'm like, this is gonna be a sexy, fruity, but slightly floral situation, and I'm like, it's Creed, so it might even be beast mode, especially when I see myrrh and frankincense, because those are normally heavier notes. But I gotta say, y'all, the opening is definitely giving me rose and peony. Like, I was like, huh, this is it's more florally and more feminine than I expected it to be, because sometimes Creed can be slightly more unisex. That's been my experience, but it's the soapy rose and peony. And then definitely had to wear this one because the cherry did not come out, in my opinion, until the dry down 20 minutes later on skin. That's when I got the base of the cherry. I do like this, and let me tell you something. I wore this full body out and about recently, and then I figured out why I do like this scent. This is like a cousin to Parfums de Marly Delina to me, and I love Delina. Particularly, this is the original one you all have seen. This is my favorite out of the trio, so I said what I said. It's the best one. But alas, the reason what makes this scent good, so in my opinion, the original OG Parfums de Marly gives me, it's rose and lychee and rhubarb. That's the stars of the show. But in Carina, it's like instead of the lychee and the rhubarb, it's the peony and cherry in here. It's peony and cherry. So you get rose, peony, and cherry. And I love peony. And at first, y'all, I was trying to still like hate on Carina. I really was, because I'm like, me and Creed just ain't quite vibing. But I kept coming back to this sample. I wanted to smell it. I think I finally found a Creed I want. I gotta be honest, I want Carina. Yes. And I also figured out what it is about this scent too. I smelled Carina in the wrong season. Now granted, it came out, in my opinion, at least when I smelled it in the fall. Smelling it in the fall, I was not feeling it. I was like, this is giving soapy rose. However, I am now smelling this in the month of March. That changes things, because now I'm in a spring mindset, and spring is more floral based, and peony and rose are top of mind for me. And for me, I get more of the peony more than anything. The peony and the rose are more important than the other notes, and they make me happy. So in my case, Carina is really a spring scent. It is not a cold weather heavy hitter type of scent that it was trying to be marketed as. It's a spring scent. So for that reason, yes, I do like Creed's Carina. I think it is full bottle worthy for that reason. I do enjoy this one. It's happy. And then the last fragrance that we have to talk about in this sampling series, this is one I smelled this years ago, but I wanted to revisit it, and I'm glad the opportunity presented itself. Now, we have from MFK, this is Oud Satin Mood, the Extrait de Parfum version. Because if you all know, I do have the original Oud Satin Mood right here. The full dedicated review is already up on the channel about the original, so I want to say that too. The original Oud Satin Mood is a love. So capital on the L-O-V-E. It is a love of a scent. So I was like, okay, I kind of want to see what the Extrait is going to give me now that I can really sample it and play it right. So it has notes of violet accord, geranium, rose oil, we have styrax, we have cinnamon, we have rose absolute, and we have oud, and we have benzoin and vanilla, right? Let me tell y'all something. Absolutely, this is a true extrait of a fragrance. Extrait meaning more concentrated, more potent of perfume oils than a regular eau de parfum like the original is, right? The oud is ouding in here. This is way more oud in here than the original for sure. This is stronger, this is darker, this is richer to me. Like right now, we head into spring, I cannot wear Oud Satin Mood the Extrait. I cannot. This one has to be cold. This is a cold weather scent, because I would choke with this Extrait. Even like a little bit goes a very long way, and this hugs skin. On the day I tested this fragrance, I actually washed dishes, and I mean fully submerged in the sink, all of that, and you would think I had still just freshly applied and sprayed this scent. It's that potent. Like, I was like, what? It's standing up against Dawn. Like, and another thing I want to say, the Extrait to me is more unisex than even the original one, in my opinion. The original one is more unisex, leaning feminine, in my opinion. This Extrait is truly straight down the middle unisex. I can see more men wearing the Extrait version than the original, in my opinion. But as this one dries down, it does eventually over time turn into the original. So if you just like the original but you want it more amped up, more beefed up, especially if you're in a very cold weather climate, I think sure go for the Extrait. But do you necessarily need it? If the original is already strong to you, you don't need the Extrait. I will say that. But if you're a person that just really loves the original and you're a collector, you know, kind of like I am, you're probably gonna end up with the Extrait. So yeah, I'm digging this one. I think it is full bottle worthy because I like the fact they kept the DNA consistent. They just made it stronger, and I'm okay with it. So I do like this, I do. But let me tell you something, this sample right here, this sample will last me for months, because again, this stuff is potent, so it's worth the money, that is for sure. I have no complaints about that, because a little bit goes a very long way. This is one of those fragrances, all you need is 2, maybe 3 sprays, and that is it. But again, that is MFK's Oud Satin Mood, the Extrait, the Parfum version. So all right, everyone, that wraps up this edition of sampling, you know, me sampling series I like to do. So let me know your thoughts. Have you smelled any of the fragrances that I discussed today? Do you love them? Do you hate them? Do you want to sample them yourselves? Definitely let me know. Again, all my samples were from Twisted Lily, so definitely check them out for your samples as well. And they got the full bottles too. So as always, I will catch y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.